Alright, so we're watching Genevieve. She's like, what is it, 30 or 3900, something like that, Lucio. Um, watched this once yesterday. There wasn't like a ton to go over necessarily. Talk about some stuff with playing against Bastion and things like that, but we'll just see as we go, I guess. Okay, that's not what I want to press. So immediately, a couple things that people will notice is a lot of crossfade spamming. I'm also pretty guilty of this. So I've been trying more to think about what my team needs rather than just trying to be the most efficient with it. Because I know what you're doing. If you're on walls, you're on speed. If you're in the air, you're on heals. And then once you hit the ground again, you're on speed to get to the next wall. And then whenever you jump, you just go back and forth to healing and speed. And that is most efficient to have healing up the maximum amount of time. But a couple things that it does is it can mess with your teammates' aim, especially like your McCree. I don't know if you'll be able to like see that at all, but if you're with him constantly going back and forth between amp speed, or not amp, but just regular speed and heal, he wasn't just shooting a shield. It can throw off his aim because he's like moving faster and moving slower, sort of thing. So I guess a little bit more intention behind which song you're going to be on is one thing that we could work on. Let's see. But I wanted to see with the Bastion right away. Lucio is okay against Bastion. He's not ideal, I would say. Like Zen would definitely be better. Pap's alright. But he's not the worst. Like Brig and Mercy are definitely way worse against a Bastion. And that's because you're a projectile. And especially being able to get high ground like this over the Rhine, you can see him wide out in the open here. Even just shooting at him a little bit, you're not going to kill him, but you can force him to move or have to heal himself, and that in and of itself is making space for your team. So whenever you see a Bastion in turret form, just shoot at him. Like, shooting shield's fine, but it really doesn't do a whole lot, whereas shooting a Bastion will at least get him out of turret form every once in a while. So that's what I would be focusing right here. And then right when he gets up there, let's see. Right here, I would speed on here onto the statue. Keep him in that corner. Your Ryan's there, able to swing on him. Don't let the Bastion get away. So yeah, he's up, he's healing. Push in right now. So you're backing up a little bit. And we aren't able to confirm the kill. Okay, he does go down eventually, but go down sooner. Also turrets, sim turrets, those are your job. Like, yeah, Lucio can duel. I need to get rid of that P thing. How do I do that? Whatever. Let me just go to a different point. Okay. So they have all their turrets on the statue here. I think you just kind of all walk past them and just ignore them, which is okay. But as Lucio, you're not going to be winning winning a lot of duels, especially on Switch. Oh my god, beeping, go away. Like, what can you 1v1 on their team? Let's see. Sim Mercy, that's it. So, if you see sim turrets, it's kind of your job to go after them. You have projectiles again, so you can shoot from a ways away, and we'll do the same amount of damage. Should still break them, or just go melee them. And you can heal through them, unlike your McCree, was it, that died here, I think? Let's see. Yeah, everybody just kind of ignores them, and McCree dies because he doesn't turn to them. So, you could have helped prevent that. It's not that big of a deal, though. Okay, yeah, pushing up here. That's good. You notice they're up top. Okay, just playing point. Make sure if anybody tries to touch, you can just boop them off. But it doesn't look like they're going to try. I know it's not really Ryan's job to clear the high ground here, but I guess that's fine. Yeah, I don't really have anything with vertical mobility, so it's whatever. I just be weighing this wall out. Big slam, big speed in, that's good. Boop them into your team here. There we go, melee turrets. Fine with that beat. Bastion's behind you, you hear him. Yeah, you can't really do anything about it though. So. Okay, this is a small thing. I did notice you do. So, this Bastion's ulting behind you. And as Lucio, there's not really a ton you can do. Because he still has his damage reduction that he would normally have in turret when he's an ult also. So you really don't do much of anything to him. So something smart that you do here is, you know he's like behind you here, and you want to cross this gap. You're waiting, amping speed to get across. I don't know if that was because of the Bastion ult. Probably need to amp a little bit earlier just to get the speed. Let's see. Assuming Bastion, yeah. It's right there, but then once you're crossed, I wouldn't peek this at all, unless you're gonna push him with your Ryan. Okay, and here's your first step. I looked at this one earlier, and this is just, I don't know, this is more about how to play against Bastion than playing as Lucio, I feel like. But one thing that's really annoying as a Bastion player is when somebody's right above them. So as Lucio, you can do that very easily, just right on this wall right here. Like going back and forth between these sides, going like over and around him, and here, around this corner, making him have to turn as much as possible. Instead, you're trying to wall ride away this way, and if I can find him, it's just easy to melt you down because it's basically just a straight shot. You don't really have to move his crosshair much or at all, really. So as Lucio, if you're going to challenge a Bastion, either do it from at range, just poking him out with your projectile, or if you're on top of him, actually be like on top of him. Okay, solo stun the Bastion. Wasted grab. Oh, this is fun. You're staying with your Rhino a lot, which is good. Enabling him, especially since you're duoed. Both have comms. You can maybe chase that one, go in the room, but yeah, this is fun. Your Rhino shouldn't be the one chasing though. That's a feed. Or not a feed, a throw. Or you might feed actually. Nice. But yeah, one thing for Rattler, I guess, is yeah, you want to chase down the skill or whatever, but is it really worth it? Let's see. Okay, so he's over here now, and your team's Bastion can't get in a good spot because they have a shielded Bastion right here, and Yuzari is trying to deal with it all alone. 100% full shield. Yeah, I don't know. I probably should have just left the Junkrat behind, in my opinion. And then just have the awareness that he's there in case there's a tire or something coming. But I'm not really sure if they win this or not, but all your Bastion's going on a flank. Still managed to win the fight, but probably would have been better to have right on the front line. What is going on here? Stop meleeing him, stop. Just shoot him, please. Okay, thank you. That beat is questionable. Let's get back. Okay. So you kill the Bastion. You know you're up one. You lose one, you're even, up one. Okay, I guess you got the res, another kill. So you're up one in that grab. I think, did you have full shield though? I don't know. They only seemed like they had the damage to follow up on it. Cause, okay, their Ryan's dead. Yeah. I don't know. Guess the junk could have killed it because the junk died like right after. I don't know. It's questionable. Because imagine if he had beat right here. They could just push into them in spawn camp, kill like 2 or 3 right there. Or beat for their tire. Which I'm assuming will just do this fight. Yeah. 2 died in a res. So. I'll look at that grab again just to see. Okay. So I mean, I probably would have beat 2 just because it's like a reaction. You know, beat for grab all the time. I'm sure you're thinking pregame, like, or not pregame, but like earlier in the game, potential things to beat for, grab, tire, Bastion ult, maybe shatter, depending on how big the shatter is, if you're not in it, that sort of thing. But I don't know. I think since you were fucking around with that Bastion for so long, you kind of have low awareness of what was actually going on with this fight. So junk was shattered. It's just Azari to follow up. Yeah, there's literally nobody else here. No Mercy in the back, but yeah, it's not really need to beat for this, I guess. So so yeah, you're at the point where high enough SR where you know which ults to beat for and you'll reactively do them consistently. But there's some instances when you don't want to beat for the same ultimates. That's something I'm working on too. So. Just getting people back, it's good, 'cause it's, yeah, definitely a lost fight. Minor thing for speeding back Ryan. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be pretty nitpicky, I guess, with this, since it's high enough SR. Ryan's just gonna pin to right here anyway. Like, there's no reason to amp speed. Sure, the pin goes faster, but like, he's gonna get right here anyway. I'd much rather save amp for the engagement instead of wasting amp there. It's a long cooldown. It's like 12 seconds or something, so. Okay, Bastion's ulting. You need to amp speed, or you don't have amp. Speed in. Get him in position. I don't know why Ryan's just sitting there. Like, he does get a kill with it. But as soon as Bastion ults, you hear it, you see it, you know he's ulting. Right here. Go in. They're backing up because he's ulting. Take this corner. Speed in. Go chase these kills. Otherwise he's not gonna be able to do anything with it. Excuse like half his time just getting around the corner. And now let's see. He wants to go aggro, as you can see. He's in their team. You guys are all back here. Yeah, and you're up there. Wait. Who's in spawn for you guys? Your junk? What is that? Did he die at the start of this fight? I just didn't see it. Is that why you were waiting? Okay, he is dead. What the heck? Oh, yeah, your junk feed's right there. Okay. Yeah, I guess just reset then. I guess 10 seconds. You have 3 minutes left. Instead of fighting a 5v6. I guess that's probably why Rattler was writing here. But still, if one person's committing, might as well go for the 5v6 with an ult. Instead of letting him die with his ult. They have to reset even longer. So, don't play for their Bastion, your Bastion, and then not a hard commitment with your team to go in. So you're hard focused on that turret there, which is good. Again, projectile, you can shoot him from ways away, but why didn't you get shattered? I wasn't really paying attention, but because you were on the ground there. Was that your shatter? No, was that your shatter? You're just on the edge of it. So one thing with Lucio's is I always say that you should just never be hit with an Earth Shatter because you can wall ride. So even if you're behind a shield, you should be on the walls and not get with it either way, even if they don't block it. I think you're just out of range of it here. Yeah. So being on the ground there shooting the turret isn't really that great. I don't know, this turret's not doing a whole lot anyway in this spot since you have to be like all the way up here. So I don't know, focus on the fight. Don't have to worry about the turret really right away. Because you should have been shattered there, if I'm being honest. So. Good amp though. Ryan feeds for that. Fitting in, you can just amp heals and speed away. Yeah, you're getting, like, when you're focusing that hard on hitting that turret, your wall riding just kind of goes to shit because you're just standing out in the middle. Because other times, like, you're up on the wall doing your thing. But, let's see. Wall riding, able to wall ride and shoot at the Zarya. Still wall riding, that's good. Wall riding. On the ground here. And now you just sit on the ground for like 5 seconds. Just shooting at a tree. So. Stay on the walls as much as possible. Something it's harder on Switch. That's another thing I'm still working on too, but wasted tire there by your junk, 100%. But yeah, just back up here. Speed people out from spawn. Yeah, it just saves a second, but it's helpful. So jump in here right, nobody saw him. He just walks off. Okay, hang on. Did he completely miss the shutter? I'm sure you would have calmed it if you whiffed it, but this is a potential spot to beat. If he at least hits like 1 or something. Because he gets pretty low. Rattler does. Probably because his junk's behind him, just spamming that. If he hits 1, he kind of has to hold his shield because he's a crit. You could beat going on it. Oh yeah, you're up 1 already. Okay. Yeah, he was just doing corner shatter. Didn't get anybody. It's just unlucky. So yeah, good call not to beat. Steal him up and go in. Still up 1. Okay, now he pins in, so yeah, you kind of have to beat there. I'm fine with that. Let's see. Is your team, like, following up with your aggression here? No. I wish they were. Like, basically a foreign card. You have a Bastion. He can push card. And honestly, he shouldn't even be pushing card. He should be, like, back here. So he has angles to both sides. Like, being on card here makes it harder to look at both of them that easily, and you can get pinned or something super easily, but you just have 1 on card. I don't know what your Zarya is doing all the way back here. So you guys have the right idea. I don't know if you're coming with your team to push up. Trying to chase these kills out the door, but especially in King's Row, like, more aggressive team wins basically. Okay. Is your team here? Nope. Shouldn't be fighting this at all. No way. They're in spawn right now. You have plenty of time. You could just too worried on it. Yeah, you spawn with 29 seconds left. And let's see how many people die before they get back into the fight. And you're up 1. It's kind of surprising. Okay, so now they're literally at the point. Took them 16 seconds to get here. Maybe like 12, 13 seconds if they had speed. So you can still have a team fight with like 15, 16 seconds left in the match, and that's plenty of time. Like, you just have to be on card over time. You don't need to cap with time. Like, yeah, it's nice, but most important thing is just capping. So I would have waited for your Pharah. especially since they're 85 to ult. You know, if they have a chance to build it up, that'd be great. You win the fight. I did some stats on an RA game. It was a while ago though, but if it was a 5v6 or like somebody got picked early, the team was 6-1 literally like 75% of the time. So only a 25% chance you would win this fight normally, but seems like it's gonna happen. Not much you can do there, but you cap, so. Alright. Not bad so far.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Yeah, with your team comp, the only person you really need to enable was your Ryan, so I was happy you were sticking with them a lot. Let's see. Bastion doesn't need speed, Junkrat doesn't need it, Mercy. Or I guess, yeah, it's already too. I don't know if they were in comms, but they could definitely use speed as well. So
Round 1. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
one thing that I don't do that I probably should more is, especially since you are a one-trick Lucio, you don't need to hide. They probably know you're on Lucio. It's a switch. Everybody knows everybody. They know you're gonna have Lucio. Just go check and see who they have. It's a minor thing, but you know, it might help. They're probably gonna have a Bastion again since this dude's name is Turret. Has been playing Bastion toward the whole game, but you don't know which one. Maybe it makes a difference. I guess for your Bastion, going against a Torb on attack would probably be more difficult than an attack Bastion. So it's helpful for him. Probably influences how Rattler plays too, if they have a Bastion or a Torb. So even if you just come here and just listen, you can't see. A minor thing to help out. Why are the Bastions setting up here? Like the other guy did it too. This is a horrible spot. I mean, if they rotate early, sure. Fine. It's so bad. Most of the time your Ryan's gonna rotate back to the right here and he's just gonna be exposed. This isn't a Bastion bot review, but it annoys me. Alright, I think you saw the Reaper teleport over. Yeah. No. Most of this was okay. I like the idea. Just one thing I'd do different. Okay. I can't really see your aura. Doesn't really. How do I explain this? I guess I was gonna say like fighting this here allows you to still sort of do your job because you can get your aura like off the edge towards your Hanzo. Your Bastion rotate back. You did. Okay. Probably want to hit your Ryan from here. I don't know if it shows. I think it does. But you taking this duel is good because it's probably not going to come out with a winner. Like you can avoid him and you can keep him away from you, but it's hard for you to kill him. It's hard for him to kill you. So if you guys are just fighting for like an hour, you can still like kind of do your job. If he's just fighting you, nobody dies, he's not doing his. So I like the idea of taking this duel and just like wasting his time essentially. Because there we go. Yeah, you're just wasting his time and he can't do his job while you can sort of do yours. What I wouldn't have done in this instance is boop him into your team. Unless he doesn't have Wraith, but he does. So you're thinking, boop him down right here. Oh, he's got out in the middle of my team. Great. Where's this guy? Assuming he just Wraiths away. Or he can just walk out on his own, because your team doesn't focus him. Like, it's a fine idea. Get him caught in your backline. Or you're just putting him onto your run, kind of where he wants to be. He can just, yeah, he just Wraith out. It's fine. So, if you're gonna boop him down, like, into your team, wait for him to not have cooldowns to be able to handle being in the back of your team. Because otherwise he can just get out for free and it's fine. If you just want to waste his time up there, go ahead. Let him fight you as long as he wants. But if you want your team to commit on him, make sure he doesn't have Wraith. Bassman's just throwing her. It's a kill, but he should be dead. Their team at any target focus. You lose track of your around here. I'll just be staying with him. Yeah, keep looking at the Bastion. I haven't seen you do it a whole lot. Where you have a chance. You can still be with your tanks. Just poke them out. It's very useful. Yeah, because amp speed, go away from the Bastion. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. This is so risky. Yeah, you deserve that death. If I'm being honest. Okay. Okay, right here. Good? Okay. He's ulting. You're amping speed out. The point is to go away so he can't kill you with the one shot. Go back here. That's literally all you gotta do. Have your team sit behind a shield. They don't die. You guys are Valking too. I don't know if that's for... No, probably not. I guess since you have Valk up, you want to be aggressive with that ultimate. Maybe just hold the corner behind the shield. And once they push up, push into them. Because you have Valk up, you have damage, whatever. But do not just sit in the middle of the point, away from your shield, and die to the Bastion. He can one-shot you. So right now, you don't have any cover, and you're dead. You get rezzed, okay, fine.
Helden sterben nicht.
It's unlucky you don't have beat yet. Well, you're able to live without it. Hang on. Again, I gotta see if he shared something. He probably would have known in game because he would have said something even though you didn't see it. So let's check this out. Okay. Just solo shatter. And do you have beat yet? You do. Okay. You're down one. Solo shatter. If he gets a kill here, it's an even fight. So you want to be sure that he gets it. He just misses a pen and beat wouldn't have done anything there. So yeah, I guess it was good not to be there. So I was thinking more of like if the beat would have helped him follow up on a kill sort of thing, then it would have been good. But he just missed the pin, so nothing you could really do there, but just another way to use beat, I guess, other than just to counter ults. Just get out here. That's fine. Let's beat people back. Probably not going to recontest this. I think you guys do try to, but yeah, okay. If you want to recontest this, you need to be speeding people back. Let's see. Right here. Okay. Fight is lost. At this second, 2:19 left. Go to your spawn. I don't care if these guys are going to die and speed them out if you can. The call should be to back here. They have 6. You have 3. So let's see what time you guys recontest. Okay, so this is when you get on. 23 seconds later. So you had that whole amount of time to go back to spawn, start speeding people. If you have to leave them a little bit early to come touch, that's fine. But your Zarya's all the way back here. Your Bastion's going up top. He does throw this by jumping out of the window too instead of just playing up top, but it's not his job to contest. But instead you just kind of sit back in this hallway to hide and then go in. Even use amp there, or you could have used that to help speed people back, or at least speed your Ryan in here to go in to the point with you and beat to contest, which is fine if you have more of your team there, in my opinion. And you could have gotten them there. But yeah, you're basking through by dropping down. You should have just sat in the window up top there. So. Okay, another minor thing. Why? Are you only taxing your run? So that's gonna be nitpicky. You taxi him so you can sit and wait for the rest of your team. Speed your Hanzo. Last one to spawn. Make sure he gets there. It's walking this whole time. No speed. It's probably not really matter all that much in terms of team fights, but it's just a good habit to get into. So now he's here after Ryan got there and is telling people to group up, like, why aren't you guys here? But you should just let your Ryan go. Whoever's last, just beat them. Anyway. Oh, okay. So that concept, speeding the last person, is especially helpful in 2CP. Like, yeah, this isn't really that great of an instance where it doesn't really matter all that much. Like, they're probably going to get just this one fight anyway. Let's see, where's the card? It's right there. So you'll have 2 fights if you take this one close to card. If you're efficient with your speeding back and whatnot. But 2CP, it's so annoying when people stagger. One way you can prevent that is with speed. So somebody staggers. I literally say to my team, I'm going to speed this guy back. Please, for the love of God, do not die. A lot of times they will, because they think, oh, it's Overwatch. We want to play the game. I don't want to sit here and wait, sort of thing. But like I said, 75% chance you're going to lose if you take a fight 5v6. So just go back, speed the last person back, you get more fights that way. So especially 2CP, that's very important. Like, just never take a fight 5v6. And being efficient with speeding people back is, as you get one more fight, could potentially win the game. I know it's like a very basic Lucio concept that most people should know, but like, doing it the best way possible is important. Yeah, that's unlucky. I don't know if you could have heard him there. Listen again. If there's any way you could have known that the Reaper was there. Just listening to see if we can hear the Reaper. No, he's behind you now. Yeah, there he goes. Can't hear him really. Yeah, can't blame me for that one. Did you wait for everybody? I'm for the last person.
Oh, turn it up.
You're gonna pick right here. And you're right, use it. So. And your Bastion, actually. Your Ryan is like, and yours are, okay, never mind. As I say, like, your Ryan is not as big of a deal because he has pin, like I was saying before. Speed your Bastion. He has no movement abilities. Same with your Zarya. Like, there's no reason to be. Right, if you're gonna get a contest, don't worry about it. You have plenty of time.
Let's get you healed up.
Yeah, you guys are taking this fight way too early. You guys are just so scared they're gonna cap before you get there. Like, look at where this card is. So much time. Goes so slow. Just relax. Even with like inefficient speeding, your Bastion's like still here. He would be closer if you were speeding him back. So if you're Zarya, it would probably be where the Bastion is, and it's reaping your backline. So yeah, if you were speeding your Zarya back, they would probably be here. You would be with them. Your Ryan would still be in the same spot essentially. He can hold the point for 2 seconds while Zarya catches up. Gonna take the fight 6v6 instead. Right now we use dragons already. Our Bastion hasn't had a chance to do anything or even set up, and your Zarya literally hasn't seen a single person on the enemy team. And we're taking the fight. So just relax. Make them contest. Like I said, if you have to go contest, leave them at the very end. Don't leave them at the beginning. Keep the Reaper away. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So we haven't talked about boops much. So yeah, the two things I think about, I guess 3 things. Like when a match is in its early stages is, what am I going to beat for? Who am I enabling on my team? So I guess who am I enabling on my team is what I think about first, because you can do it in spawn. So you want to stick around those people most of all. What else am I going to beat for? So you can do it and have much quicker reactions so you are ready for them. But then also, what heroes should I be focusing with my boops? So a Reaper is a big one. Constantly just booping him away from your tanks. Or in this case, your Resing Mercy. Can get a lot of value. Other heroes that would be good would be like Roadhog, messing up his hooks constantly. So even as he's throwing, like about to throw the hook to make him miss, or even after he hits, speeding onto him, booping him away so he can't get the one shot. Who else? Good boop targets. Zarya, if they're pushing in with bubble, just to gain energy. You can boop them further into your team to make them have to be in front of their Rhine longer. Brig is another good one. Keep her away from her Rhine. Same sort of thing. Like once her shield's down, it's like the Zarya bubble. She'll be more further out of position. You can punish her. I guess mainly just allow like close range heroes. Trying to think of. Those are the main ones that come to mind. Maybe like McCree with his flash, I guess. If he hits it, boop him away. I don't know. Sort of thing. But think about it beforehand, so then you're ready. As it's happening, you don't really have to think about it as much. It's kind of like with alts, where if you think about which ones am I going to use a forward beforehand, your reactions could be just that much faster. Instead of a grab being thrown and be like, oh yeah, this is something I could beat for. You're just ready for it. So anyway. This is going a lot longer than I said. Nice. Yeah, you can poke at the Bastion here. Wait a move position. Fine. And they're backing up. They should have backed up earlier. It's a Reaper down, but yeah. So maybe you could have even been more aggressive here. Let me see. Oh, this game sounded great now.
Yeah, let's pick it up.
Okay, so fix the auto. Just got really weird there. All right, instantly here. Should be speeding into them. Right now, start right away, but yeah. So this is picked to start the fight. It's not resable, even though they have a mercy. Amp speed. Just go into them. Like I said, 5v6, you should win 75% of the time, or 65. Go take this fight. It's a fight you want to take. Don't let them get their Reaper back. Maybe be a little cautious because they have a Bastion. Now he's on the move, especially. Yeah, amp. Go in. Yell your team. Go W's. Walk forward. Melted by the Bastion, so I guess it's understandable, but could definitely be more aggressive than your team was there. Get amp out, because trying to avoid the coal beat for the grab, that one's fine. Because they would have died inside of it. No, they're just throwing every ult at you, so I'm gonna win this fight. I'd just be fighting card here. Just buying card. There's no way you win the fight. So recognize you win a team fight is lost. Yeah, I would have done a lot because you're probably gonna lose it either way. But thinking the fight to card there instead of hiding, whatever. Slow them down at least for a little bit, so you have more time for your team to respawn. Get the attack, you only have a minute.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Boosting up. One. Attackers incoming. Changing to
Also, if I were you, I'd Lord and Zen. Gonna make games like this better. Like, mainly just to go against a Bastion, I guess. Like, you don't have to be that great at the hero. Just pick him in instances like this. It's really good against Bastion Torb. I guess the Reaper might teleport in the back and try and kill you, but if you have peel from your team, it's not that big of a deal. Being able to poke him out, it's just way better than a Lucio here. Because you know they're going to have a Bastion. Okay, so now you know he's in the window, just start shooting at him. If you're able to see him, so. Or right now. But you just focus on crossing the gap, that's fine. This is an alright decision. I mean, it's probably not one I would have taken going up here. But it's at least some sort of plan. Because you got to get the Bastion off high ground. One way to do that would just be playing Zen, like I was saying. Because if he's playing these windows, you don't have to even kill him. Just make him ineffective by just poking him out. Charge up orbs, come out, fire 5 orbs at him. Probably won't kill him, I'll get him low. I'll make him tuck behind cover, heal. Once he peeks back out, just discord him. You know, we'll go back. That sort of thing. Instead you're rushing him down, which is, if you're going to play Lucio, I guess this is a fine decision. Got your Mercy with your Bastion, your Echo low ground. I don't know if they just didn't want to come with you or what, but they should be okay. They can play this fine here. And you going with your tanks. So the thing I noticed when I watched this before is you clear him from the high ground, but then you just don't pay attention to him after that. So the rotation he's gonna make 100% of the time, it's what he does here. Starts in this window. Once he's forced out of that, goes to that window. Once he's forced out from there, because you guys are all on top of him, he drops down. Where's he gonna go? Either back here or back here. 100% of the time. Your Bastion's here, set up, he's not gonna be able to cross here. So he's coming down this way. When you guys drop, if you decide to, which you should at some point, you can't just let him exist here. Like all three of you, if you drop on here, just gotta keep pushing him. Even if their team comes to peel, that gives space for your Bastion, Mercy, and Echo to do work, set up on point. If you get your Bastion set up here, it's gonna be a lot harder for them to recontest. But when we drop here, we don't go on him. Yeah, dealing with Reaper is fine. Okay, right now. You see people on point. Bastion's literally 1 HP. Just turn on him, shoot him, he's dead. Pretty sure everybody just ignores him. Oops. And that's what it is of the fight. When you force him off high ground, you have to just keep chasing him. You can't give him a chance to set up and just have free reign. Because no, he kills through. So. Even Rattler's solo shatter gets him killed. So if you had a Lucio and Azari with him there, and he would have shattered early. Did he have shatter? Maybe he could have just dropped and shattered right away.
Gonna make you feel better.
Yeah, I thought he had it at that point, but let's see. Yeah, this is way later, so. But yeah, if you drop down there, you just gotta go for the Bastion.
Helden sterben nicht.
Up the tempo. Gonna make you feel better.
Not much you can do. It's just trying to stall at this point. Oh, it's fine. Mark could have at least won the point though. That Bastion would have died.
Score. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
God, what is this Bastion sim? I haven't actually watched the final round here.
You needed a doctor?
Jesus Christ. Alright. Interesting. Let's see. I haven't tried this one, but this is horrible. Like,
5, 4,
okay.
3,
The reason this works on attack is they're not expecting it. Like, 75% of the time, they're gonna have somebody in this window just picking you. Even if they don't, they can just poke you down. They see you so easily once they come out of spawn here. Like, who's not gonna notice this? If you come here, you're looking this way, of course you just see the Bastion. Like, but when you're on defense and one appears above you, you're not gonna notice it. I highly doubt this is gonna work. You can just TP out, but I'm just saying this is useless. Like, I don't know. Sorry for going to more Bastion stuff, but like, what is this TP? It's just floating. off the ledge. Anyway, one I would use would be starting here, going to the stairs, or going right above it, going back and forth. That way you can shoot choke here. If you need to get out to heal, reload, whatever. Anyway, back to Lucio's stuff.
Check this out.
One. Attackers incoming.
Let's get you healed up. Let's move it, people. Let's get this party started.
Yeah, I haven't talked about this since the beginning, but still a lot of crossfade spamming. Amping speed to go after the Reaper again. Okay, Ryan doesn't chase it. That he'd be wasting his time if he did. He would just be leaving his whole team alone. It's fine if you want to go after him. But I'm glad your Ryan went back, but
Yeah, let's pick it up.
good. Spook him away. Try and do whatever you can. No, it is fighting me. I think this might be... Yeah. This landing... I was gonna say you were not staying on the walls as much as you should have, but... I don't know. Like, sitting in the middle of the point here is just bad. But usually you just go straight to a wall after, so it's not that big of a deal, but... Definitely could have been on walls a bit more during the fight. Poke out this bastion here. Doesn't do that much damage from that range, but pull the jump, it's unlucky. Yeah, just leave him, don't go ahead and chase that. Yeah. Splitting your focus a lot, just going back and forth between the bastion. I just decide either to go after him or ignore him. You probably should have just ignored him and sped your around to the front line. Let your bastion cleans up. What does that play for you guys? It's a good beat. Waited a little bit after the shatter. And that Bastion ult came out, so that was a good time to use it, 100%. Rattler's feeding in, what happened? Why did he get caught out here? Block shattering. This is pen. And then goes in on it. Okay. I think this is lack of communication, maybe. Because he pushed in and nobody else followed him. So I don't know. You being there with him probably wouldn't have helped that much, but maybe telling him to come back a bit, because even after that beat, they're still around here. If you're just walking into their backline, they can walk into yours. And yeah. I don't know. So he's surrounded by their team. And their Ryan's getting more value by actually holding a front line against yours. So unlucky. And this is lost here. After your Ryan died. But
30 seconds remaining.
so I wouldn't have much to talk about. This is like an hour-long Lucio vid. Sorry about that, but Um, yeah, I guess key takeaways. They're like small things I talked about. I just went in detail with them. It's like speeding your team back more efficiently, always waiting for the last person. Um, realizing when you can touch and when you should wait. And if you're speeding these people back, you have a better chance to touch in those instances when you want to. Like when you're trying to retouch first and you beat in. If you would have gone back to speed earlier, you could have committed to that fight a lot better. Had a better chance to win it. Recognizing when a team fight is lost and just getting out could have happened more often. I don't really see a whole lot with boops. Not necessarily off the map, but just like for crowd control. So whenever they had the Reaper, I'd be focusing him more with that. And then when you're booping that Reaper into your team, make sure he doesn't have Wraith, same sort of thing. Otherwise, you want to boop him away from your team. I don't know. Like your water is fine. It's Switch. It's pretty tough. You're probably the best I've seen, especially with your rollouts on specific maps. You have them down. Crossfade spam, be more intentional with it. Yeah, I guess it's more efficient for heals, but I don't know. Having a purpose with it seems better in my opinion, even though I do the same thing. Alt usage was fine. Like there's one where if you just had a little bit more awareness of what was going on with the fight, you would have been able to realize you didn't need it for that grav. They could have used it later for the tire or the bastion ult. But other than that, they were fine. I don't know. I think if you grinded ladder more, you could definitely hit GM, especially in this meta where Lucio's good. I guess the last meta since it's grind just got nerfed. But I don't know. I want you to get there one day. All right, I'll end this one now so it doesn't get way too long. It's already way too long, but yeah, not bad. One of the better Lucios, definitely.